Welcome back friends to your Techhandy channel. In this video, I will explain what's read-only domain controller, and how we can extend existing 2008 Active Directory domain schema using AD-prep commands to configure server 2008 R2 as RODC. Thank you for watching and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Read-only domain controller main role is to help speed up the user's experience, response time in domain authentication and DNS resolution. In this video, we will be going over setting up a read-only domain controller to allow users to authenticate to the domain in the event the connection between the remote site and the main site would go down, as well as create a cached copy of DNS at the remote site to help increase response times. We will review our existing 2008 domain environment that must be fulfilled before configuring server 2008 R2 read-only domain controller. Active Directory has been properly configured at a main facility. In our last videos we set up two 2008 domain controllers, which are fully functional and synced. If there is Windows Server 2003 to 2008 environment, the Active Directory schema needs to be extended for RODC installation. We'll try to get AD-prep error for your better understanding before running AD-prep commands. We'll create detailed video on FSMO roles, or watch my ADQA videos, but for now please note PDC emulator operation master role should be on at least Windows Server 2008 server. Execute the mentioned command to find out which machine is the PDC emulator if you are unsure. In my case PDC is running on DC01, which is 2008 server. The domain functional level is set to server 2003 or higher for adding server 2008 R2 RODC. Let's review configurations on our new 2008 R2 server, which we are planning to join domain and promote as read-only domain controller. Make sure you assign IP properly and add existing domain controllers IPs entries under DNS. We are now ready to join machine to domain. Please use domain admin account to join domain. Our machine is now joined to domain. Please restart machine before RODC installation. I am using domain admin account to log in server, and to initiate RODC installation. Open up Server Manager, click on Roles and then select Add Role. Check Active Directory Domain Services on the Add Roles wizard and click Next. Click Install on the Confirm Installation Selections screen. Select Run the Active Directory Domain Services Installation Wizard. Check Existing Forest, and then check Add Domain Controller to an existing domain. On the Network Credentials page, type in the name of the domain you want to connect to and then specify the credentials to add the machine. These credentials must have at least domain admin privileges to join the DC to the network. On the Select a Domain screen, select your domain and click Next. Here you go, this is the AD prep error I mentioned earlier. Now we will run the AD prep commands to our existing 2008 domain controller to extend schema to 2008 R2. We need to attach server 2008 R2 ISO file to our 2008 DC01 and run AD prep command from specific path. Open ISO and then open Support folder, then AD Prep folder. Open Command Prompt as administrator, and go to same directory path location. Now run our first AD prep/forest prep command. Make sure to run command according to your server operating system architecture. 32-bit, 64-bit. Follow instructions and type C, then hit enter. Our first command ran successfully. Now, follow same steps to run our second command. AD prep/domain prep. And lastly, we run AD prep/RODC prep. This command only required in case of installing read-only domain controller. All of our three commands ran successfully. We are now all set to install our RODC role. As you can see, we are not getting same error now. On the Additional Domain Controller Options page, check DNS Server, Global Catalog, and Read-Only Domain Controller. DNS Server option is selected by default so that your domain controller can function as a DNS server. If you do not want the domain controller to be a DNS server, clear this checkbox. However, if you do not install the DNS server role on the RODC and the RODC is the only domain controller in the branch office, users in the branch office will not be able to perform name resolution when the wide area network to the hub site is offline. Global Catalog option is also selected by default. It adds the read-only directory partitions of the global catalog to the domain controller, and it enables global catalog search functionality. If you do not want the domain controller to be a global catalog server, clear this option. However, if you do not install a global catalog server in the branch office or enable universal group membership caching for the site that includes the RODC, users in the branch office will not be able to log on to the domain when the wide area network to the hub site is offline. And lastly, read-only domain controller. When you create an RODC account, this option is selected by default and you cannot clear it. On the Delegation of RODC Installation and Administration step, click the Set button and select either a user or security group of users that you wish to have administrative access to the read-only domain controller. If this is a remote office where you have a designated IT members, you would want to create a security group on your RODC and then select the group. However, if you will always know only one individual will log into the RODC, you can specify their user as the one to have local administrative privileges. Lastly, if you don't want anyone to be able to mess with the RODC, you can simply click Next, and that will only allow members of the domain admins or enterprise admin security groups to manage the RODC. Click Next on the location to store the database, log files, and sysfile, unless you wish to relocate those files to a separate partition. On the Directory Services Restore Mode Administrator password, enter a strong password to be used in the event you need to put the DC in restore mode. At this point, you can export the settings to make an answer file, or you can click Next for the server to begin applying the configuration. We are getting this error because our domain controller's replication time not triggered yet after extend schema. To fix this error, we manually initiate replication on both existing domain controller servers and run RODC setup again. Installation starts perfectly this time without any error. We have successfully installed our read-only domain controller. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you like this video.